better you get, the harder it gets. It doesn't get easier.
The nature of the way the Interpros are, you only get one shot at these teams.
You can buy a jersey in a shop, but pull it on yourself and you've earned it. Like, you haven't just gone and gotten it. You've put in the hard work, blood, sweat and tears for that jersey.
And we're here today, we get to showcase what we're about, why we're the champions and why we plan on being champions again. And let's go out, yeah?
Work hard, girls.
Let's enjoy it and work hard.
Everybody all in, first minute. Hands in.
Go! Go!
Leinster on 3. 1, 2, 3, Leinster!
So I let it burn.
Okay, our storms have to stay connected. So if we look here, so see how Nikki just stays? We've still got the punch here. We can still hit here, but again, Nikki needs to be up here. Then we play Storm. She's around the corner. Then we have our centres up here and up here.
Okay, so the tip on started, we got a lot of change out of the tip on, but then they started closing in on it and started getting up on the third and fourth defender. So those little spaces outside of that, that's even harder to work because those are the people coming off that far ruck, getting up and busting their ass together.
I think even our setup of that can be better. I think we can set up a hulk and as we go and we can set up our Thor, but we need to set up wider and wait for the back to fill into it.
You have your long-term goals, win the Interpro, maybe even back-to-back. And you've your short-term goals just week to week. They might change when it comes to different teams, like you can go after different aspects of their game, and that's what those early meetings are about. I also think it's really important that people are able to feel they can put in their 2 cents. This is what I think we should go after this way, and everyone might not agree, but if it is a good point, let's fucking go for it.
I was looking to get it toward there, and then I was like, okay, they're crashing. I'll just.
I told Cara to step in. Like, in fairness, she was trying to play
Okay,
for
so your role, my question is your role brawler?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think coming off a win that you'd be, flying high, but it was, I suppose we were a very self-critical bunch and very kind of overly analytical of what we're doing and wanting perfection and probably striving for it and pushing the limits on things.
Why are they keep creeping in, and then why is us backs not stepping up and taking control of that situation?
Did you get that situation? Sorry. No, you're right. You're right. We need to go into our floor here.
Because we did it twice. From the previous ruck, we're under pressure. I think full stop, Cara.
And then we're under pressure again.
I think Cara sensed that and is right and is getting in for Thor. I think it should be Thor. Next thing.
So, first round, lads, first round of Leinster Olympics, we have a dance-off, break dancing. So we have the purple team versus the pink team. They're very competitive. They were, yeah. We actually have a lot of hidden talents in the team, but no, it was great to get a bit of lightheartedness before training going in, and I think that it definitely brings another bit of energy to training. Like, when you have that bit of fun before, you're gonna builds up the energy and everyone going after training then again.
Offensively, you're going to defend like Munster. So, one, they don't fall.
Feels like falling down.
Rolling Saturday then, it's our first road trip. We know we're going down to Cork, somewhere where we'd been last year and had success, obviously beating them in their back garden, so that's fresh in everyone's minds who are involved in that. Even the girls, the younger girls and the newer caps who weren't involved in that, they were well aware of this, but also at the same time, you're coming up against a Munster team. We were also a win, albeit a hard grafted win against a strong Ulster team in their first game, but they were also playing at home.
When you go through that door, you need to switch into game mode. A couple of key focuses, I'm just going to shift through this really quickly, actually. Have a look. This was last week. Who thought in our home stadium that we could get over 2,000 to come and support you. Those are the kids, not only girls but boys, that you guys are fucking inspiring. You've got over 2,400 people at your game last week. That's your effect you're having on Leinster Rugby.
I mean, you're playing Munster at home. Like, you're always walking into their den. So they had a good crowd. Credit to all the Leinster supporters that went down. You know, we had a massive sea of blue as well.
There was probably a bit more nerve than you would have had. I think everybody's aware that, like, you beat Munster in round 2 and it sets you up for a good place. Nothing is a given, but you keep momentum. You keep that winning kind of mentality going. You get a bit of flow. It's way easier to train the next week coming off the back of a win, and it's way easier to fix the little things when you've still got a win in the tank as well. So we were well aware that that's what we want to go down there and repeat from last year's win down there. So that was the intention.
Okay, let's get our head in the game. Who doesn't love a bit of rugby on a Saturday?
You! Nice day as well.
Nice day. Right, but we need a clue in now. Okay, straight to Stephen, switch on. Same warm-up that we did last week, nothing changes, all right?
So lads, this is what all our training is. Days like this is what it comes down to, okay? These are the games that we can really test ourselves and then fucking enjoy the challenge. We're the ones that are setting standards, and we can show that with everything we do. I fucking 110% back every single one of you. So the talent in this room is disgusting. All we have to do is go to the best of our ability and do everything. The only people's voices I want to hear on the pitch, Nikki's and Aoife's. That's the calmness in terms of when we have those mini chats, okay? But other than that, you should be fucking loud. You know yourself. We are going to get energy and be energised by our defence. I back us when we get the ball, so I'm not even worried about that. Get the fucking sick energy that we get from huge whacks, from absolutely doubles, smacking them back, from chopping down people, from attacking mauls, from all that. Defence gives us energy. You listen, you call, we fill that pitch, give them no options. They have plan B. We have so much in our repertoire, but defence is our money maker today, yeah? Back yourselves, hear the comms from the get-go. Let's
go, lads!
Let's go, Leinster! Leinster on 3, lads. Let them fucking hear it and let them feel it. 1, 2, 3!
All I remember from that first half was literally being camped on our own try line within the first 5 minutes, if even 5 minutes. Yeah, we were under pressure. We were under pressure from the start. Credit to our defence. I think we held them up at that stage. They didn't get in, but it just proved what the game was going to be. It was always going to be a fight, and the small margins of not making tackles or giving them an inch and really them taking a mile. It was really going to be a game of fine margins. I think at half-time the score was pretty even. I guess half-time in a Munster match, like, what more can you say? It had been the two of us in the final the year before, and this match was probably going to determine if it was going to be the two of us in the final again.
I'm not going to get in a battle with wrestling with them. We're going out and you're fucking chopping them and you're making every single tackle count. Weaver, I need you to know your roles defensively. Yeah. Right? Hold 9 ball and we smack them. Yeah. Okay? If they get it out to that second middle pod, we need to swim through and hit that centre. Eva, you've done it really, really well. Yeah. Ball carrier. Fucking work harder on the ground. Get the ball back. It's too fucking slow.
We're still ahead here. We turn the screw a little bit more. We've got to come out of the blocks here for this first 10 minutes and treat this first 10 minutes like the most important. Get a foothold in it. We did it here last year. We can do it again. Absolutely. It is all in our control. When it goes tits up, just remember, it's controllable. We can get it back again by something positive that we do. Yeah. We do it together. Yeah? We listen, eyes up, scanning the whole time. Keep our discipline. No easy ins, no easy outs, and we make the most of it. When someone gets the ball in our terms, we fucking go after them and hunt them back. Yeah? Yeah.
number of things that normally would go right would score, or, you know, we got a ripped ball and they're down the opposite end of the pitch and then they scored, and there's a few calls that just didn't go our way, which would have gone away in previous games or other games.
Scoreline's not what we want, but this is part of a fucking competition. This is just not a final or anything. Lots of heads up, lots of positives to take, and we all know what we fucking need to work on. There is no blaming in relation to anything that happened today. It is what it is. But there are lots of real good positives from there. We allowed them in certain areas, but there are things we're going to fucking work on in relation to over the next bloody week or so. But keep your heads up, okay? You did that blue jersey proud. We might not have got the result, but we got fucking next week and the following.
Robin Fairfax. Well done, Robin. He'd taken off, I don't know how many times, and he still got back up. So well done. And Jade, it's your first kick today as well. Well done, Jade.
Just for me, lads, one thing is, like, we know what this feels like. We've been here before with this feeling, but we've been on the opposite side of it too. Nobody wanted to lose today. It wasn't our intention. There's no complacency. It was great. Those little things that Tanya said, we'll watch it back and kick ourselves. We're in a lovely position now. We're now the underdogs. No pressure on us. We get to go out, fuck up stroke next week, and then do the same thing, and we get another crack at them in 2 weeks' time. Focus on the job at hand. Let it not turn inward on each other and have many conversations and bitching and squabbing about this, that, and the other. It's done. It's a collective done on everybody, so don't. Many constructive, positive chats will help us, but we got to turn the page real quick. Results are going to be no pushover either. Next job.
Usually I always tell people, if I'm working with young ones especially, you know, leave it 24 hours to 48 hours before you review, because a lot of it is emotion. I'd be up at 5:30 the next day and I review that match. And that's what people don't see, you know. Billy and John would be up watching it. You know, we'd be messaging each other, like, and this is something, thankfully, Billy and John didn't mind, is that they'd get messages at 7 o'clock in the morning because I'm reviewing that match.
A couple of things I just want to say, and then we'll just move on because I don't need this history for too long. Shit happens, and that is fucking reality of life. The sooner we can switch off this loss, the sooner we can move on to Ulster. So we've got, what, 24 hours to get over ourselves and move on. Worst things happen in life, lads. We've got to go out and win next week, and then we're into a final. Okay? Sweet? Yes. Good. Right. Now.
Interlude. Prelude.
Don't like losing. I really don't like losing. Probably could be a better loser. But I think that the fact that I don't like losing drives me a lot more to want to win.
That was kind of the overwhelming feeling, that not the worst scenario to be in terms of losing round 2, but definitely, as we knew from last year, we'd been there before, we'd lost in round 1, came back to do the job, so we knew we had a hell of a lot of work to do to make up for it.
I remember thinking to myself, like, if we did end up meeting them again in the final, like, what way would it go? We knew coming into this series, when you come in as champions, you're the ones with a mark on your back, you're the ones that everyone wants to be. So we were aware of that, and we knew we were what everyone was striving to be. But when you lose a game, what's gonna benefit a team more? Having that psychological advantage over a team, knowing you've bet them the week previously, or knowing that you're champions last year? Like, nobody can tell what way it's going to go.
It is the reality of sport. You kind of have your highs and lows. So the sore loser I am, you just have to take it on the chin and kind of turn over the next leap. Let it drive you. Let it drive you to get that next W. I think that the fact that the interval is a bit short, it kind of, when you do lose, it's like, fuck. But it definitely drives you to, like, give it everything you have. It's a short season. It's only 4 games. You give 100% for each and every one of them. Maybe a factor. I think we might have gotten a little bit complacent thinking that it was ours. But I think it added a little spice to the campaign, you know? Would have been too easy if we won every match.
Okay, let's get the day.
Yeah, it's tough, but you don't even question doing it. That is what it takes, and that is what we want to do, just to play at this level.
High standards, good levels, good energy, good vibes, yeah? We happy?
Good.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's go, Leinster!
Like, if you doubt for 1 second that they're not going to fight every ounce of their body for that fucking win against Leinster, they've so much to prove, lads. Let's fucking go out there and bury them.